don't assume everybody got it. Okay? Like, everybody's travel styles are different. Everyone's expectations of vacation are different. Don't assume everybody got it. Talk amongst yourselves in the group chat. Understand what's expected. And if you're the friend that don't work for your pockets, express that. Like, don't get to destination and now you like, I'm
gonna sit this one out.
Because now I'm annoyed at you because you could have said that.
Yeah.
And then we maybe wouldn't have put this on the itinerary.
Absolutely.
Or we would have planned a different destination because we still want you to come.
And my favorite question to ask the group chat is how much we bringing? Like, how much we spending? Like, what's our like, like we discussed the itinerary, things that were prepaid or paid for at this point. The airlines are covered. The accommodations are covered. About how much money are we all going to be spending? Because if my budget is $1,200 and your budget is $500, which is 2 realistic budgets,
absolutely,
for a lot of destinations, we are not going to be on the same page. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel
Fly
Sexy. I'm your co-host Natasha Wilson, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I am your co-host Sincerely Jasmine, owners of Boss Babes Love Brunch.
Period. Y'all. Today's episode is for the girls. It could also be for the guys because I do feel like these are general enough.
Yeah, it's giving group trip, but we are girls, so we're speaking from our experience.
So today's episode is all about the do's and the don'ts for the girls' trip, okay? Yes. Because we're about sick of y'all going on the trip and not coming back as friends.
Yeah, it's just such a crazy stigma. Like, so what's the beef?
So let's, so we're going to talk through that today, and then hopefully you'll keep these in mind the next girls' trip that you have coming up or planning.
Exactly.
But before we jump into it, a little bit of goddess mail from our inbox to yours. Take us away, Jazz.
Yes. So this week's goddess mail was cute, but also very terrifying. This lady's dog, which was like a cute little brown, like teddy bear puppy, destroyed her passport right before, I believe it was a trip to the Bahamas. So it was definitely an international trip where she needed the passport. And the puppy is just like sitting in a suitcase and it's just like all these little papers from the passport. And I'm just like, what would you do?
Let me tell you, the only reason you said it was cute was because you are a dog owner.
He's adorable. He was very cute.
Like, only dog owners will say that it was cute. Because I was mortified. I was like, my heart would drop. My passport is the key to the world.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, no.
He tore that thing up too.
Like bad. Like he tore it all the way down to just the book. Like all the pages of the center were gone. He ate it down, literally.
Literally.
Like, and again, the most important part is she was supposed to be leaving. It's not even like you gave me a couple days, pup, to get to the embassy or get to wherever I got to
out. No, yeah.
And apply for a same day joint. I'm supposed to be leaving.
I don't know what I would do. I would my dog wouldn't do that though, because he's just cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, Luke is a good dog.
Yeah,
Luke
ain't looking at that other dog like, child. You are tripping.
Right. You got time? Mm-mm.
That was crazy though.
It really was. And like, now granted, to just tie it back into travel, or to just tips about it. Yes. If it did happen, there are ways, if it's not like the day you're supposed to be departing.
Yes.
To still get your passport expedited same day, whatever the case might be. You can go to the local office, show them your itinerary that shows you're departing within, I think it's like 10 days. And then you can apply and make that happen. But I would still say you need a 24 to 48 hour time frame if you're doing that.
Exactly. And even with that, we know the preparation for vacation, like that time crunch. So even with it being like the day before or 2 days before, it's like you probably got other stuff to do.
You definitely got appointments.
Then to be spending 12 hours
yes.
looking to figure out how you about to get passports. So
absolutely, because
I would have been.
This is so bad.
Come get this dog.
Come get this dog. I would have one less dog.
Yeah. Definitely giving dog lists.
Anybody want him? Because he play in my face.
And can y'all pay for a passport for me?
Like, how much you want for him? The cost of the passport.
Absolutely. Come get him. Adorable dog, though.
Dang, pup. It couldn't be me. I'm sorry. But this is also why, and I get it. She might have been like packing and pulling things out and making sure she had everything she needed. But you got to know your animals. Know your animals. Know what they're capable of. Because that's not the first time he chewed up some stuff.
That was crazy. Because what will even possess you to do that? Like,
he's done it before.
Yeah.
Like, you got to know your animal. That's all.
Bad.
I'm sorry. No. Whatever. Anyways, and she probably was going on a girls' trip. So then she was the one that ruined the girls' trip.
Oh my God. Perfect transition. Don't be her.
Oh my goodness. So let's get into the do's and the don'ts of the girls' trip.
Yes, to ensure a successful girls' trip and not like the movie or like y'all coming back without your friends. Like just smooth, normal.
Hey y'all, it's your girls of 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒗𝒆𝒍 𝑏𝒐𝒅𝒅𝒄. Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒄.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒂𝒄, shoot us an email at info@𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒂𝒄.com.
Now let's get back into the episode.
Normal.
So let me ask you this before we jump into it. Have you ever lost a friend due to vacation? Due to traveling together?
No, not particularly. No. I can say that I have traveled with people and, taken note on things. But I can't say that I have lost a friend because of the trip. Now, will that list have possibly been something that contributed to that friendship? Perhaps. However, it was not the direct result of it. So, 0 friends lost on vacation thus far. How about you?
Yes. The have, actually. Sad, but true.
It happens to the best of us, as
clearly,
you can see.
Clearly. I would like to think that I'm amongst the best, but it has happened to me. And I've seen it twice. I've seen it happen to someone, meaning like they invited us together, but they were the friend of the glue and they lost one along the way. And then I've had someone lost along the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, to your point, there's a number of things that contribute to the ultimate, it's a no for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got lost on the trip. So I would say that was a yes.
Done.
So hopefully not y'all, because it's a thing. It's a thing.
And
so,
do you just leave the friendship and destination and you're just like, we don't address
I am a mature enough adult that I will address.
Okay.
But everyone is not mature enough to do the same.
Yeah.
So I've done my part.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Friendship left in destination. So we're going to give some do's and don'ts to get the friendship back on the plane.
Okay. And whatever you do when you get back to the States, it's on
It's up to you. Exactly. Let's just get it back to the States.
So first things first, don't go too hard on the first day. And I'm saying this from experience. And unfortunately from recent experience.
I'm dead.
I really wish it wasn't, guys, because y'all know this is episode 31 now. Y'all, if y'all go back and listen, I'm always telling y'all I'm sleep, I'm cute, I'm drinking champagne, I'm relaxing on vacation.
You got wasted.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm just coming off of my bachelorette weekend.
Wasted?
Wasted.
Wow.
And this is not even like me. And on top of that, it wasn't intentional.
What were you drinking? A tequila champagne?
You know it. Our producer is cracking up. But it was like, how did we get here? Now, I kind of know how we got here because,
the
like,
tequila champagne combo will get you there.
I know, because Jasmine, what were we? We were in Riviera Maya, and Jasmine was like, I'm just going to walk you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you've had a couple.
Just make sure you get there safely.
But no, like, don't go too hard on that first day because it kind of derails
the trip, the energy.
Like for me, I could bounce back. I'm okay because I know chug that bottle of water before you go to bed, drink them or take them 3 Advils, wake up like yourself.
Yeah.
But everybody don't know that.
No.
And
everybody don't recoup like that.
Everybody don't recoup like that. So now you got like friends that are possibly like, oh, I'm not drinking the next day, or I'm down and I can't really do everything that I wanted to do.
Day over. Yeah. Because I'm tore up. Like, I'm hungover. I'm throwing up. I can't make the excursion. And now it's like, well, we were looking forward to getting drunk on a boat. Or they come on a boat and it's like, I'm not drinking.
Yes. Literally, that would have been our second day.
Yeah.
But the weather, thank goodness, at this point was didn't allow us to do the boat, so we ended up having to move the boat to the next day. But child, that would have been everybody.
Been hungover on the
that
boat.
would have been not me. I was fine, but everybody else was like,
yeah.
So don't do that. Like, pace yourself.
Think that first day also is your travel day. So depending on how early your flight was, depending on how long your travel was, it's like you're also tired. Like, your body's physically tired. So I think that liquor hits you. You get on a resort, you get your welcome drink. You're excited because you got all inclusive.
Yeah.
If that's the case. And I think your body is just like, all right now.
And I think your mind is like, it's vacation.
Yeah, but your body's like, we've been preparing for this since last night.
Exactly.
Like, I'm tired.
Like, you woke me up at 3:30 in the morning for this 6:30 flight. Like,
to finish packing your suitcase, and then you're on the plane. You're up watching because you're excited. You might get a little cocktail on a plane. So it's like,
to start the trip,
is tired.
Your body is
so I do agree that first day you do not want to overdo it. It's particularly with the physical activities and alcohol.
Yeah, agreed, child.
Yeah,
please just you think you know,
you know when you find out,
but F around and find out.
Okay.
Now. Go ahead.
Now, getting into some do's.
Yes.
Now, with a girls trip, I think it's very important to discuss the itinerary.
Yes.
Prior to departure. So in advance, make sure that everyone knows what we're doing, if they're okay with doing that.
Right.
And leave some room for flexibility. Like, hey, we don't have to do this last dinner. Like, you know, we had 2 dinners. We might do this on the last night, or we could just chill and watch movies. Like,
no, for real.
So having that flexibility, that's something that me and my friends, like, when we do like those planned out girls trips, we always leave a night to just be like, we just might chill this night and maybe, you know, go get some drinks, come back to the room, maybe order room service, or just like have a night where maybe watch a show.
Yes.
So whether that's in the front end or the back end, we usually just have that room for flexibility. Like, we could go to the club, or we could, like, nobody's mad if we don't.
Yes. Like, that's huge because at the end of the day, it's still vacation.
Exactly.
So please don't necessarily be the person that feels like you need a vacation from the vacation. Exactly. So if everybody's on board and understanding the itinerary, and, you know, we talked about this on a previous episode where it's like, maybe not jam-pack that itinerary and pay for all the excursions and everything in advance because you just don't know how it's going to go. So, like,
exactly,
understand what you would be interested in doing, but if it doesn't necessarily require prepay, or you can book it when you get there, take advantage of that.
Yes, I agree.
Because what you gonna do? You're gonna be hungover on the boat,
or you're paid for miss the boat. And I've been in both. I've been in both instances where I've paid for all the excursions, and now I had to go do this, and I'm a little tired, and I really don't want to commit to this full itinerary. However, I'm gonna push through. Yeah. Now, it's not as enjoyable. But then I also had it where I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going to that boat.
I'm not going.
I am literally not going to make that boat. And I've done that a lot. I've missed a lot of things because I've been hungover.
So yes, discuss the itinerary. Discuss.
Save yourself and the group, because they're going to be pissed if we spent $200 a pop for this boat party and you're in bed and you're deciding that the whole group is not going. And that's something that we had set in our itinerary.
Okay, and spent the coins for.
Yeah. And I am that person. I'd be like, go without me.
But speaking of spent the coins for, another don't is
big one.
Don't assume everybody got it. Okay, like everybody's travel styles are different. Everyone's expectations of vacation are different. Don't assume everybody got it. Talk amongst yourselves in the group chat. Understand what's expected. And if you're the friend that don't work for your pockets, express that. Like, don't get to destination and now you like, I'm
gonna set this one out.
Because now I'm annoyed at you because you could have said that.
Yeah.
And then we maybe wouldn't have put this on the itinerary.
Absolutely.
Or we would have planned a different destination because we still wanted you to come.
And my favorite question to ask the group chat is how much we bringing, like how much we spending.
Yeah.
Like, what's our like, you know, like we discussed the itinerary, things that were prepaid or paid for at this point. The airlines are covered, the accommodations are covered. About how much money are we all going to be spending? Because if my budget is $1,200 and your budget is $500, which is two realistic budgets,
absolutely,
for a lot of destinations, we are not going to be on the same page.
Pretty much. No.
So I think that question, do not be like, we're friends. Don't be hesitant to be like, girl, I'm about to go take out $5. Like, how much do you plan? Sometimes it might be $2. Like, you know, like me, I'm not a big cash person. So I'll be honest, like, hey, I probably plan on spending this. I'll bring $200-$300 in USD. Like, you know, like that's just to have on me. I probably don't even plan on really spending that.
Right.
But I think it is good to talk about those figures because I think we tend to avoid those like conversations because they're a little tougher. But at this point, we know how much we paid for the trip. We know how much, like we already didn't spend money. We know how much we pay for our excursions. Whether we pay for them or just, you know, outline them, we have a general idea. So now, how much are we going to be spending on dinner? Like, how much are we going to be spending? The whole, like, how much do you plan on spending?
That's a great question.
So we could all be on the same page. If it's $300, cool. I'm going to lower my 5 to 3. If it's 8, then I'll up my 5, or I'll let you know, girl, I'm not spending $800. The most I'm spending is 6. But if y'all going 8, cool. Like, and then you're like, she's going to sit one out. And I'm going to sit a night out. Like, inevitably. Ask anybody who travel with me. I'm not going. It's usually that first night.
Because it's too much.
First night, last night, it could be a night in between. I'm sleeping in. I'll be tired. So, like that, because that's what that's important to me on vacation.
Same.
Now, some other people, like, because I travel more frequently than some of my peers, they might be like, girl, I'm trying to maximize these 4 or 5 days because I have to go to work and who knows when the next time I'll be here. Yeah. Which I completely understand. And my friends understand me. I'd be like, go to the club.
Yeah. Yeah, we
me.
We the same in that regard.
Leave me.
That's a good point though, because I would like to ask the question, which is, what are your thoughts on like leaving the group? Like, is that okay? Is that not okay? Again, girls trips, people are like, everybody stay together. Yeah. But you're like, I don't need to. I actually would like to go to sleep. So if everybody stays together, it means I have to get up, do my makeup, get myself together, and go to the club when I'd rather just chill in my robe. Yeah. I don't need to go together.
That's why I think it is important to discuss the itinerary because, like, everybody's different as individuals. Like, you know, like me, I'm going to get up early and we travel very similarly. Like, I'm going to get up early, go get coffee, regardless of if I'm in the city or on a resort. That's just what I do. That's how I start my day. Yeah. So I'm going to pull out the laptop just like I do at home. It's the same thing. Like, that's my routine. So I wake up, I get myself together and I need coffee and I need to get on this computer before I go out and be on the beach at the pool bar all day and haven't looked at any of my tasks. Everybody, they be like, girl, my friends will look at me and be like, close the blinds. And I will we'll go to, like, you know, I'll go to Starbucks downstairs or I'll walk up the block. I'll find a cafe near the hotel. And respect that you're going to sleep to 10. This is vacation for you. But the way that I'm programmed, I just have my routine. So no one should be offended by me going to get coffee and wanting to spend an hour to start my day. And typically it's usually early in the day, so it's not like intervening with the schedule. But I am very big on like, you have like, we're all individuals. You have your own schedule, routine, and just because it's vacation, you might not want to break that.
Yeah.
It could be going to sleep early, you know, it could be I'm leaving dinner for this. Like, I've been times where we had group dinners and people met us at the restaurant because she was still getting ready or whatever. Like,
okay. Now. Go ahead, take long if you want to. I will leave.
I'm going to eat. No, I want to eat.
I will leave you.
I'm going to eat. The reservation's at 8. You know, they know it's for 5. If it's only for like, you know, we'll keep us posted. Like,
yes.
And she made it. Like, late, but she made it.
She are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaving.
But that's nothing to be mad about. Like, oh, y'all gonna leave me? What, you want us all to be late? Yeah.
No.
Leaving. You leaving actually because you stay here. You're not with us.
We on dessert.
Like, you texting us like, can you put in a branzino for me? Like okay.
Girl. But that's a great segue into our next do, which is do at least one specialty or luxury experience. Yes. You know, whether that's a beautiful dinner or, you know, you guys rent out the boat and take a boat out for the day or for a night cruise, like just something that allows you as the girls to appreciate your time together.
Exactly.
To toast to your accomplishment, which is we made it to this group trip out the group chat, whatever you're celebrating, whatever the case might be. Like, I think it's important to add experiences other than we're going to drink, we're going to club, we're going to pool bar, all that regular stuff.
Yeah. I agree. I think experiences are very important, especially when it comes to like those group moments. I think we get so like into the aesthetics of it, like social media, and like you want to be color coded and you want to do this, you want to do that. And then you get into the moment, it's like, it's not really as enjoyable. Like, you know, because it's kind of like work. Like now we got to make TikToks. Now we got to do this. Like, so I think those luxury moments allow you to like put your phones down, get dressed up, and really be in a moment that is like, oh wow, like this, like we made it. Like this is the moment that we wanted to create with this experience. So I think it allows you to just kind of sit in it, whether it be dinner, like you said, like dinner in the sky or a dinner cruise, helicopter rides, any of those like experiences that you can share with your group of friends, I think is always a must do.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking back to a couple of ours, which was we went to Harry's, which was an amazing experience in Harry's Cancun. And then also when we did Canaan,
yes,
in Tulum.
So great.
Right. Like both times it was like, yes to the luxury, yes to the experience, dining. And it just gave us that moment to be like,
this is great.
This is great.
Yeah. It is something that you can continuously like talk about. Like obviously the trip is great, but it's hard to like kind of say, oh, we just had a blast. Like, you know, so to be able to really explain like, this is this one unique thing that we did together. Like it's a memory, and it also again allows you to kind of step aside from that social media time and just like really enjoy the moment and the destination.
I love it.
So I think this kind of goes hand in hand with what you were saying, thoughts on leaving a group, because this would be like my number one girls trip. I can't speak to guys. Don't take it personal. Again, and I can speak from experience. I am very much like, I don't want to do this. Like, and it's not because we might have talked about it and now I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired or I'm aggravated, whatever the case may be.
Yes.
And I'm very honest with my friends and with myself. Like my energy is not good for this right now.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I'm not going to show up well for this. Like, and I don't want to ruin that for us, like as a whole. Like I would hate to be the person that's in the club on my phone. Like I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Go without me. And I'm happy that I'm able to cultivate a community around me where like people get me. They know it's like, oh, we just not going. It's cool. Yeah. Or, you know, like, or they'll leave me.
Or they'll leave, right. Because they understand it's not personal.
But it's not personal. It's not like y'all making me mad. Like, no. No, it's not. And if that is, then you need to reevaluate who you're traveling with. Because sometimes you might have friends at home that've been like longtime friends, or you might have friends for particular reasons that might not be travel friends.
Heavy on that. And I learned that.
Yeah.
Like, And of course, you're not going to know it necessarily until you do it. Yeah. You might know your friend well enough to be like, that shorty is a lot. Not going anywhere with her. But 9 times out of 10, you won't know until you've taken them out of their everyday element. So yeah, it's important to evaluate everything. Like you said at the beginning, when you were like, I didn't necessarily lose a friend, but I know not to travel with them again.
Yeah, exactly.
And also to that person, don't take it personal. Like, I think girls' trips, guys' trips, whatever, group trips in general, there's a lot of factors and a lot of layers. In girls' trips talk, people are moms, people are wives, people are girlfriends, people are teachers, like people have stressful jobs. There's so many things that people are feeling like they need to escape from.
Absolutely.
And they do it on vacation. And that's not always about you. Most of the time, it's not about you.
Absolutely.
You know, so you have to kind of keep that in mind. And again, not take it personal if their actions or behaviors are a little bit more than what you would feel comfortable with or what you
or what you're used to
that they would
them.
do. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because yeah, man, people just be escaping a lot of stuff and that don't always translate into what your expectation of the
I think
trip
that's
was.
very true too. So I think that kind of goes back to like discussing the itinerary, but also knowing the purpose of the vacation.
Yeah.
And it might not be the same. Like my purpose might be like, I'm super stressed. I need to debrief. Like I need to escape from my reality right now. And Tasha's purpose might be like, I need to get content. Like I really like this resort.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you so drunk? Like we're trying to build connections with the people and you're so drunk. I'm like, girl, I told you I needed to escape reality. Like, you know, and just being like, oh yeah, you're right. So I think it's also good to know like who your friends are. And sometimes it's like, that might be too much for me. Like, you know, like maybe we shouldn't do all inclusive, babe, because you be getting lit. Yeah. So let's do something a little more a la carte so we can have more control of it. And she's going to probably agree. Like, I do be getting lit. Because that's me. Like, sometimes, like, I love all-inclusive. However, I be drawing. Like, I'll be like, what am I doing? So if you have no self-control, then, you know, you need to understand who you are, who your friends are, and how you will travel together.
That's it. That's it. And that's all. Because I can't with you.
No, because I'll be super lit at the all-inclusive resort. So that's I would never get mad at nobody. Because I'd be like, if you're a shot girl, I don't even take shots. If you're a shot girl, like if you be trying to get me to take shots at home, I probably won't take you to an all-inclusive resort.
Because you already know.
Like,
I know your type.
And it might not be me getting blacked out drunk off shots, but you
Mamas
took 10 shots. And I'm like, whoa, I only had 10 Malibu Bay Breezes. I'm taking it easy.
Why?
Like,
why is that the drink?
On chill tequila and Tosh told you too hard on the first day that tequila and champagne gonna take you out. I'll never drink that.
It was also shots of tequila too. Like it was just a bad joint.
But you were celebrating, rightfully so.
I know.
You came out the gates.
They came out the gate swinging. Granted, we also didn't really eat. It was like a number of factors. Like we just kind of was like, let go.
And went. What Boosie said, man, but we toe up.
I didn't have no knee scrapes, no broken fingers, no nothing.
Right,
like
the nails are all there.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I was put together, but it was a bad joint. Like I was like, whoop, okay, won't be that again. I guess that's a woohoo to the last of being single because child,
I'm dead.
That was too much. But yeah, y'all, just know your friends.
Know your friends, know yourself. And it's like you said, it's experience because travel is experience. You don't know until you go, until you do it. Like, you know, so you see all those myths about people not coming back as friends and trying to define who your travel friends are. Yeah. You really don't know until you do it. Yeah. Like with my group of friends, it'll be like 6 to 5 of us that'll like, you know, consistently try to take 1 trip or 2 trips a year. Yeah. And I'm just like, they know me, I know them. Yep. We can kind of come to a mutual agreement on a location. And if it's like, no, I don't want to go, or no, I don't have the budget for that, or, you know, we're very flexible. And I think that's the big thing. Yep. In planning a group trip, a girls trip, flexibility. Mm-hmm. Like, don't take it personal. Have an itinerary. Be flexible. Like, just be willing.
Don't assume everybody got it.
Yeah, don't flexible with the budget. Like, just flexible.
Yeah, but overall, I really do enjoy girls trips. Like,
yes.
they're usually just a good time. Like, it's
Love it.
your ability to just kind of be yourself with your friend group. Like, we gonna rock and roll one day and go and do the most. We gonna chill another day and spa and keep it cute.
Yes.
You know, we're gonna go and do the boat. Like, it's always just a vibe. Like,
I love it.
You know, we love a vacation, but a girls trip wins.
Yeah, I love it. I love a group trip.
Favorite thing about a girls trip?
I think my favorite thing will be those experiences, like creating those specialty moments with my friends to be able to be like, oh, we went to this museum or we did this dining experience. And it's so unique to destination. Like, you know, it's places that you can go to a certain city or country where you'll never be able to do that particular experience like that again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say those specialty luxury moments.
Yeah, because I feel like girls appreciate them.
Yeah,
like we appreciate the whole 1-2 of a canine.
Exactly.
For instance, you know,
Exactly.
Like we get the effort that it took to bring this to life.
Exactly.
Like our guys be like, that was nice.
Cute little date.
That was cute.
But yeah, like we're just like, oh,
right.
this is so great.
So it's so different.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing is the balance of a girls trip. And I just was saying it before where it's like, okay, we can turn up. Okay, we can turn down. Okay, we're all cute and fabulous with our makeup done and we're going out for a dinner. Like it's just layered but balanced at the same time. And that is like my favorite thing. Like, and don't give me a good, like we said the same thing at the same time moment or like a good
content moment.
Yes.
Like,
or like a yes. Like all of that. That makes me so happy.
We love it. The joy of girls trips.
The joy, literally. So it does not have to be, oh, we ain't the friends with that one no more. Like it's supposed to be joyous, and it really should be because these are your friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't call them that.
Right. And what are your thoughts on group trips that are not necessarily your friends?
Nah.
No.
I mean,
like a friend of a friend or maybe like a traveling group.
Okay, so that's fair. Because initially when I said nah, that was immediately me thinking of like travel groups.
Okay.
And just being like, oh, while I've hosted them, I know I wouldn't attend them.
Okay.
Because that's just not my personality.
Yeah.
And granted, I can come into a room and immediately make friends and be that.
But for like an event, not for like 5 days.
Yeah, I'm okay. And I get it. I think that's a personality thing. Because I think it works well for several people and they're thriving in it. And that's great. Just
I've never been on a group trip outside of like a friend group. But I've noticed that it's become more trendy now. So I'm just curious, like, what do you guys think about those group trips, you know, beyond girls trip? Because maybe now we're talking about, like, everybody might not be able to create these girls trips moments where it's, you know, a group of girls. Like, you know, you might just have your travel bestie or two, which works as well. It's still a group trip. But I think when people think girls trips, they think like those big 6, 7, 8 girls in the lobby.
I don't even want that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's just it's a lot to manage.
It is.
Especially in considering these do's and don'ts. That's very layered the more people you add to it.
For sure.
But as far as like a friend of a friend, I'll go.
Yeah, I've done that before.
You get like one out of me. And if it's successful, I'll consider again. If it was disastrous, don't ask me again.
Yeah, I agree. I did it maybe once or twice, but yeah, it's like,
Yeah, because that person doesn't know you. You don't know them. Like the one I went on was like very intimate because it was our mutual friend and then I'm her friend and that person's her friend.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But you also don't all the way know me like that. Like we've been together again. So now you're getting to know somebody and that goes back to the don't take it personal thing.
Yeah.
Now you don't even understand
know me
that like this is not personal.
Absolutely.
Like,
I did the opposite. I was like the friend of the friend.
Okay.
Who was the friend planning the group. Like,
yeah.
So it was like a group. And my personality works well with stuff like that. So it was fine. But it was it was one of those trips that I can see why people don't come back friends. Granted, it was a great trip. But yeah, I'm like,
you just watching with your cup of tea.
Again, like the outsider. So I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I see. It was a lot of interactions and drama and arguing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm just like the outsider just here to vibe. Like, I'm just vibing.
Yep.
But I'm like,
that would be me.
See why they might not do this again. And I don't think I'll do this again with them. So yeah, let us know your favorite thing about girls trips. If you've taken a girls trip yet, if you would like to take a girls trip. And
of course, if you don't know, but now you know today. Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your next group trip to life.
Exactly. So whether girls trips, vacation, group trip, whatever you're doing, let us get you set at travelgoddessintl.com.
Awesome sauce. And it is time for the travel deal of the week. And of course, guys, keep in mind, the travel deals can definitely be girls trips, guys trips, group trips, whatever the case might be, because they work. Now, they work for everybody's budget most of the time, too.
Period.
So
that's the real tea.
That's the real tea. So this week's travel deal, I know Jasmine always looks when it's time to tell you guys. Travel deal of the week is an 8-day, 7-night trip to Nairobi, Kenya.
Wow.
Okay, get into it. Late April with round-trip flights via Delta Airlines departing from Houston, Texas. Layovers are under 4 hours. I think the layover going was 4 hours. The layover coming back was 2.5. Nothing. And staying at the 4-star accommodations, the Doubletree by Hilton in Nairobi. All of that, $1,150 per person.
Wow.
And y'all, go look up the flight to Nairobi.
Wow.
It's $1,150.
Oh, it's more than that.
It is more than that.
Wow.
So 8 days, 7 nights, late April.
Kenya.
To Kenya.
That's nuts.
I snapped.
Yeah. Less than $1,200 to go to Africa is crazy.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's so, so good. And of course, everybody want to go to Africa. Everybody wants to go to Nairobi.
Yes.
Everyone wants to do Kenya, the giraffes, the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm like playing, like this is like a movie.
Yes. And of
that's
course,
so
if
good.
it's a girls trip, this is so good, girls.
Yes, that's
the
so
content, the vibes, the feeling of everybody can't go, everybody ain't doing this. Because we love a good little flex. We love a good flex. It's giving that. I love it.
And it's with Delta, so you get a bag.
Okay. Big facts. Oh, something I wanted to mention on last episode, when we were talking about maximizing the carry-on about the airlines. I'm just going to use this time really quick, guys, because this is a good little point. So we forgot to mention that, like, yes, Delta, I mean, not Delta, United is now charging you for your basic economy or for your
JetBlue.
Yeah, JetBlue and all of that. But I also wanted to say, Delta, while they do still allow you to take on a carry-on with the basic economy, you no longer earn flight miles.
Yes, I
for the basic economy fare.
Yeah, I suffered that from my last Delta flights.
Yeah, man. So you still, at the end of the day, have to pick your poison.
Yeah.
Because
I was very upset
a couple
about
of episodes ago, we talked all about points and miles and no points left behind.
Yeah.
So last few times I've had to go ahead and select the upgraded fare because I want my points. I need my miles. Like,
I didn't realize that until I booked it. And then I was like, oh,
salty.
Because again, all of these policies are changing. Like these are like evergreen policies that are constantly changing as the travel industry is like really shifting post-pandemic. So a lot of these changes have happened this year.
Yeah, and very quickly.
Yeah, and they're not like, hey guys, this is what this is, black and white. Like you got to read it. But yeah, that was a shocker. I'm like, dang.
So honestly,
I got a discounted fare, but did not get any points.
Yeah, honestly, the last airline that's basically holding on to all their standard baggage policies and so forth is still American.
Yeah. A advantage.
Y'all know how I feel about American.
But honestly, they also have their stipulations as well, because on the back end, when it's like booking with them, you have to have AA advantage and all of these things, like, you know, so it's like for just someone who's not I guess committed to American, it's still a little bit difficult to like even book with them.
Yeah, you have to have a loyalty number.
Yeah,
even though it's free, you still gotta like make it, do all of that. Yeah, child. That's why you gotta listen to 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒗𝒆𝒍, because we
so
keeping
many
you
layers.
up to date. It's happening, changing every other week at this point. And the airlines don't care. They're just like, this is what it is. So adapt or stay home. Like, that's really what you got
like,
to
y'all
do.
Still flying, so. And is.
And did. All right, it's time to get brunchy. What we got this week?
Brunchy. So this week's Brunch Abroad, we are just heading a city over to New York City, which I saw Tosh was there recently, which she hates. So
it's starting to grow on me. Grow though, like not there all the way yet, but I'm starting. Every little time is like a little bit better.
Yeah,
a little bit better.
I love New York. It's just so cold, but I'm gonna probably go this winter. So this place is called 𝗵𝒶𝒃𝒄𝒃, which I thought was such a cute name.
Yes,
𝗵𝒶𝒃𝒄𝒃 NYC, and they are known for their chicken and biscuits. That fried chicken looked amazing, so I will be getting on 𝗵𝒂𝒃𝒄𝒃 to go try it. But they're known for their chicken and biscuits, but they also offer bottomless brunch, and it just looked really good. Like it's something that popped up when I was looking at brunches in New York, and that chicken looked good.
Do they have brunch during the week, or is it only weekend?
It is during the week as well. Yep. So we do love that. That's another thing about some of the New York gyms. They do have those weekly specials, not just
we love a weekly special
Saturday and Sunday, which Philly needs to step their game up.
Because the reason I ask about the weekdays, well, you know, because both of us, we can just go and work from wherever.
Exactly.
During the week, but also for like instance of getting to and from New York, weekdays on certain times of the day, child, you can get an Amtrak ticket for the low.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I came back on the 12:05 train and it was $19.
Wow.
And I booked it on Monday. So I only booked it 24 hours prior.
That's really good.
That was amazing. If you know anything about Amtrak,
Philly to New York gonna run you 150. Like,
yes, one way.
Yeah, one way, yeah.
But that's
19 is great.
So I discovered that because
Yeah.
I started to look at the rest of the week and I was like, okay, so it's the less traffic times because they're maximizing on the commuter time.
Exactly. That 9 to 5 when they got people that's going city to city.
Yeah, so like it was giving the 4 to 6 block, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. block was low. For the 4 a.m. was $9.
Wow.
Right.
But then at 6 a.m. they
Then
crank it
the
up.
6 to like about 11, it was like, you want 209 for one way?
Because everybody got to go to work.
And then I was like, all right, 12:05 was $19.
That's
so
great.
Another hack for your listening pleasure as you guys continue to love 𝗕𝗿𝒂𝒃𝒄𝒃.
Period.
Giving you the tea. So we can figure that out for a weekday. And just roll up on them for $19 on the Amazon, on the Amtrak. Last but not least, question of the day. Right. Hopefully you have an answer because I still have to think about it. Nevertheless, question of the day, guys. What is your favorite domestic airport that you like to fly in or out of?
That's tough.
And it's like, not even that you like to fly in and out of, but like if you're flying in and out of it, you enjoy this airport experience.
I'm going to just say Philly, though. Like, I really do love our airport.
Really?
I do. I think it's so easy. And I mean, obviously, because I'm there the most. But I think it's easily commutable.
That I'll agree with.
Yeah, I just think it's pretty easy. Despite that, like, sometimes international is all the way over there, which can mess people up.
That's a good point.
But it's quite commutable. Good restaurants, good bars. Yeah, I don't think I like Philly. Everything else I'm thinking about, I'm like, Atlanta gives me anxiety. Miami is too big. Like, Chicago's too boring. Yeah, their airport's so boring.
Like, what is it with that airport?
Yeah.
You actually make a great point. You make a great point. It is a very easy to navigate airport.
It is.
You don't have to take a train. You don't have to do this, that, and this, that. And you can also walk through terminal to terminal.
Get from one place to the next. Exactly.
So PHL is actually a very good answer. Mine, I think, is DFW, which is Dallas.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Yep. It is a massive airport, I'm aware, but somehow I've figured out how to navigate it, and
you just loved it.
I just love it. Like, I'm just like, this airport gives everything. And like, everything's in it. Restaurants, like, galore. And yes, you have to take a train from
A to B.
Yeah, from terminal to terminal, but I just like it. I also have recently been enjoying more the Newark airport too, with their new upgrades and such.
I never flew out of Newark, so I gotta check them out. Smaller, right?
Yeah. It's a little smaller, but
yeah.
But domestic.
Okay, Dallas. I gotta see what Dallas is hitting for.
Yeah. Well, what airport is your favorite domestic wise? And domestic, in case anyone doesn't know, means within the United States. Sorry. So comment below. What? We're just here to school y'all. We don't want to assume. Comment below. Let us know your favorite domestic airport and why, because we can look out for some of your favorite things when we go to those airports.
Right. And let us know what city, if your favorite is not your city, what city you fly out, so we can keep in mind those cities for travel deals like this one, which is out of Houston.
Absolutely. Yes. Because we had some goddess globetrotters in the H-Town. So we had to represent for them too.
Love it.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Absolutely. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok at 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝒗𝒆𝒍.
And of course, if you have a product or a service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝒗𝒆𝒍, shoot us an email, info@𝗕𝗿𝗃𝒃𝒗𝒆𝒍.com.
Yes. And please leave us reviews. We love them. We love reading your reviews, sharing them here on the podcast. So let us know how we're doing, what you're enjoying, and if there's any topics that you want us to talk about.
Yes, because I definitely can use some topic advice. so drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
Send them in, email them in, DM us, whatever works. We are here for it. We will figure it out and we will discuss it.
Period.
I think that's all for today.
Yes, 31. We getting up there, y'all.
Get into it. Period. And we still was featured in the strategist. Period.
Yes. If you haven't already, definitely check out our feature article. We'll drop it in the notes again.
Okay. Okay.
Period.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye.